It's finally Friday, and after Corey and I fought yesterday on the air, I told him, get out. I'll see you Monday.
So when that lunch bell ring, yeah, you know what to do. Hit play, stay strong, let the ball carry you. Clydesdale Cowboy, yeah, we stay on track. Midday kings of the mic, yeah, we always come back.
Lunch with the Clydesdale Cowboy in the saddle.
Talking reps.
Real life, strength in the battle.
From the gym to the screen, yeah, we cover it all. Midday motivation every time you press call.
Lunch with the Clydesdale Cowboy, bring the heat. CrossFit music on repeat. Half hour hustle, yeah, we building that brand. Grab a plate, tune in now, you part of the fam.
It's lunchtime. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Lunch with the Clydesdale. No Cowboy today. He's off on his way to Houston, actually. We didn't get into a fight. I love debate. I love debating on the show. It's my favorite thing to do. But he is off to Houston today he didn't say yesterday, but I think he's going to a concert or something. I don't know. Anyway, he said he'd be up by Lake Charles by now. So anyway, he's in the car doing that. Vicky got called into a last minute work meeting. So yeah, it's just me running the show and everything today. I've been spoiled with Vicky over the last few days and weeks. So now I am kind of at a loss as to what to do. Going back old school OG, running everything today. Yeah, Mark Phillips, super, super small team today. Just moi. Just me. Yep, going solo. Yeah, I almost sent Joseph Ramirez a link to pop in just because I felt lonely. At AI with his second breakfast, he sent me a picture of the most beautiful breakfast I've ever seen. Damn. I've been doing a little bit of intermittent fasting, so I haven't been eating breakfast. Just to kind of help try to regulate my sugar a little bit. And it's been working really well. But I haven't had breakfast in a while. So, but it looked good. I do sometimes have breakfast for dinner. Why does breakfast at dinner taste better than breakfast at breakfast? Like, why is the change up in the time you eat it make it taste differently than the normal like AM breakfast? So like I love French toast. But man, when I'm having it for dinner, it just hits different. A couple eggs, a little piece of French toast. Man. I also love chicken and waffles. Chicken and waffles are good too. There's a restaurant here that makes them so good. So good. Love chicken and waffles. Yeah. And dinner for breakfast is taboo. Yeah, it's okay to have breakfast for dinner, but we can't have dinner for breakfast. I used to work with someone who did not believe in breakfast food. They ate like a burger for breakfast or like pork chops and Brussels sprouts for breakfast. It's crazy. At AI, more saltiness. I season it the same. I think the palate's just different at different times of the day. French toast is the best. It really is. When I had a kid, I still have a kid. She's just not living with me anymore. She always wanted waffles or pancakes. I would take French toast over those other two things every day of the week and twice on Sunday. French toast is so much better than those other two. So, Joseph Ramirez has meat and potatoes for breakfast most days. So that doesn't tell the story, Joseph. If you have bacon and potatoes, that makes complete sense. If you're having pork chops and potatoes, that's a little bit different. So I need specificity. Mine is the best, Daniel says. I should have been a chef. Well, still time. Still time. Steak and potatoes. Okay, like steak and eggs is a thing, right? Get a side of hash browns, home fries. You're just taking out the egg, right? That should be acceptable. I want to rest my arm over here, and there was something in the way. Pork chops and potatoes is going to be Joseph and mine's new side podcast. There you go. There you go. Steak and unprocessed hash browns, I'm hearing. Yeah, I don't like hash browns. I'm a home fry guy. I want like a potato chunk, some onion, some garlic, give it some kick, some boost. That like shredded up potato stuff. I hate it. I know this is going to be controversial. Tater tots, most overrated food ever. And now like everybody's taking a tater tot and they're making it like tater tot nachos or tater tot this. Ugh. Give me a break. Potato chunk, better. Fry, better. French fry, better. Potato has to crunch. Yes. And home fries are just bleh. Just blah. Like they're limp. They have no zest. They're just bleh. Home fries, you get chunky potato, you get the onion, you get the garlic, you get that zest with it, right? If you're really wild, you put a little bit of Heinz ketchup on there. Hot takes with Scott. You know it. Always getting the hot takes here on about whatever. Something that made me laugh today, I just wanted to share with you guys. You all know I'm like a Lego nut, right? So my algorithm pulls up weird shit on Instagram. And this is a concept Lego. Oh my gosh, I want it to be real so bad. So if you've ever seen Ace Ventura: When Nature Calls, this is a concept Lego that someone is trying to get made. And if you've ever seen Ace Ventura: Nature Calls, when he is hiding covertly in a mechanical rhino and then is birthed out the back, and this person has made a rhino Lego for this. It is freaking awesome. I want it so bad. It made me laugh so hard. It's one of the funniest things in a movie ever, and to put it in a Lego would be hilarious. Vicky, you need a meeting with your boss. Well, Vicky's not here. This is solo Scott today. You're just getting me raw, uncut. My hot takes, whatever. Least favorite fry is a steak fry. Depends on how it's cooked, Daniel. I prefer the steak fry over the crinkle cut. I'm not a shoestring potato guy either. Those are I like a waffle. I like a curly. I like just a fry. but fresh cut is the best by far. However, you're going to, whatever shape or size, got to be fresh cut. And I like my fries baked. I like the grease from a fryer just is too much for me. The only exception is Red Robin. We used to go to Red Robin all the time for the bottomless fries, right? I got sick the last time I was there, and now I just can't. I just can't anymore. And I love burgers. Jody, you're late. Tater tots are awful. If you can get them crispy, maybe they're good, but my gosh, the chances of getting them crispy is so minute. It's not worth the effort. It's not worth the effort at all. Are we pro or con on the waffle fry ends? You know the ones. I do. I like potato chunks, right? So the end is actually cool with me. Block Jody, put her in timeout for that. Yeah, we are anti-tater tot on this show. Avera says, I do not eat fries anymore, but when I did, nothing better than Five Guys fries. I am so, in my older age, so intolerant of grease. And those Five Guy fries, the paper bag is so wet. So wet. Like the grease that just pours out of them. Do they taste good? Sure, but I pay for it shortly after. I just can't. Sean, tater tots are awful. They're the worst of the potato family. It's a rolled up hash brown. Five Guys is so overrated and priced. I don't disagree with you on that either, Daniel. I'm agreeing with you too much today. I don't know. In-N-Out, Checkers, Wendy's, Jack in the Box, Chick-fil-A. What are we doing here, Joseph? In-N-Out is the best burger there is. End of story. Chick-fil-A, I enjoy occasionally. Wendy's has gone way downhill. Checkers, never really had a Checkers around me. I've had a Rally's, which is kind of a Checkers, and I've never, ever had Jack in the Box in my life. Meg loves fries. That's her weakness. On a Friday, you can be wrong, Scott. I'm wrong all the time. Just ask my wife. She'll let you know. So anyway, there we go. Oh my gosh, Mike DeVito. Did you know why Wendy's has the best burgers? They didn't cut corners. There you go. I enjoy a Culver's burger. You know what? When the games were in Madison, the only place open when we were leaving the media room at night was Culver's. And Jamie and I and Rosie Jess would go through Culver's and get like a double cheeseburger every night at the games. and it tasted so good. They're just a little salty, and it just hit the spot after a long day at the games. I think that's it, Mark. It's the issue with tater tots are when they're bad, they're really, really bad. And the problem is to find the good ones. It's just like me with horror movies. I can't watch horror movies because there's so many bad ones. I just don't have it in me to sort through the crap to get to the one or two good ones. George Wang, pretty much, yeah. I only keep them alive is Frosty and that chili. The chili's even gone downhill for me, Mike. And the corporate office of Wendy's is literally like 10 minutes away from my house. It's in the shape of a big W. It's a building that is a big W in Dublin, Ohio, just down the road from me. Yeah, Culver's sourdough melts are good too. But I do really enjoy the Butterburger. So a couple of the things I just wanted to talk about. I never knew Lydia Fish was a Bears fan. She is now my favorite female CrossFitter. If you're going to be a Bears fan and you're a great CrossFitter, you have now moved up my list. And what's really cool is this year at the Syndicate Crown, I got a Lydia Fish clapper from her mom. So Lydia Fish clapper. And then at the games, I'm sitting there and her dad came up to me and gave me this towel for Lydia Fish Fan Club. A nice, beautiful orange towel, just like the Chicago Bears. Just like the Chicago Bears. Look at that. So cool. So now I've got to find a place back there for my Lydia Fish towel so I can display that with honor. Dex, my man, I almost called you to come on today because Corey was going to be out of town. She's a glutton for punishment, Scotty. Of course, she lives the Bears. Of course, man. Okay, Dad giving out terrible towels makes her my third favorite now. Fish over Gui, be honest. Fish over Gui as my favorite? Sure. Are we going to get into the Gui hate again? So we announced earlier in the week that we're going to do the DDSP Award of the Week. And one of the nominees this week is Gui Haters. And Vicky's not here to run the show for this, so we're probably going to have to wait till Monday to be able to put the nominees up and take the votes. But the fact that everybody just hates on Gui, the guy made one video asking for a bike, and now everybody hates him for life. It just baffles my mind. The man is so fun to watch. If you love athleticism, he is fun to watch. Unless he's running a trail run, then he's not fun to watch. But everything else, the guy is such a good mover. He's such an athletic individual. He should be marketed by CrossFit because he's that guy that when you look at the screen, you go, holy shit. And you don't have to be a fan, but you have to respect what that guy can do. And we create this narrative around him that is just crazy town banana pants. Yeah, Mark Phillips, that makes a whole, never understood why he's so polarizing. I think he's fine. You don't have to be his fan. You just have to respect. He is the most athletic CrossFitter in the games. End of story. Watch the end of that sprint. He looks like he could run in the Olympics. Watch him lift weights. He looks like he could be an Olympic lifter at the games. Watch him do gymnastics. He looks phenomenal. People who eat ghee drink almond milk. George Wang, Guy led a tier workout in Madison in 2023, and he was the nicest guy, so down to earth. Avera, you're nuts. You're nuts. Ricky is not more athletic than Guy. Yes, Ed, you pushed a button. And the more the people hate Guy, the more I want to support him. That is my mentality. Ricky is fitter, not more athletic. I'll give you that, Dex. Ricky is by far fitter. He has higher finishes at the games. He has a better track record than Guy. But when it comes to pure athleticism, nobody matches Guy. Thank you, Tessa. Why do we hate Guy again? I have no idea. The guy has 2 or 3 top 10 finishes at the games. He's the most athletic and beautiful mover that we have at the games, and he could be an asset to CrossFit. But we created a narrative now, and everybody's supposed to hate him. So we're all going to hate him. Yes, he appears to be a fun-loving dude. I think he lost some of that fun-loving piece of it, and he talked about it in Dave's interview with him, and he had to find that fun thing again. And when I watched him at the games this year, he was fun to watch, and he was having fun. The dance moves, the celebrations. The dude is freaking awesome. Will he ever win the games? No. But that's okay. There's only one winner. Being faster in the sprint, Aver, does not mean you're more athletic. Yes, Grant. And he also gets us all those crazy Brazil fans, pro Guy. Every time Guy's on the screen, the green lizards fill the comments. I would have killed to be able to kick people's ass so hard that I can dance before I hit the buzzer. Dex, let's be honest here. Let's have some real talk. You dance before you even achieve anything in the workout. You dance between sets. I've seen it. I've documented it with my own camera. Yeah. It didn't matter if you kick people's ass or not. You're still going to dance. It's my Tourette, Scott, a condition. There you go. This is it, Daniel. When you see Guy, you see NFL running back or skill position. You do. Because he's athletic. Dex is right. He's not the fittest, but he's the most athletic. I do want to talk about this real quick because I think there's been some misconceptions about this article, and I wanted to point this out real quick. Yesterday, the Barbell Spin posted this: CrossFit reveals the prize purse and payouts for Masters divisions. I was talking about this with Carolyn yesterday before this was released because she got the email from CrossFit with the breakdown. And so here is this is actually like clipped from the email. These are the prize purse breakdowns throughout the divisions. And the comments are missing the point of what Spin was trying to say. And not that the comments aren't valid about the breakdown of how it's done, why 35 to 39 get more money, why the overall purse is only this, so be it. The big story here is that CrossFit used 242,000 as the number of people in the open to come up with this breakdown. The rule book very specifically says that 50% of all open revenue goes to the prize purse. Of that, 10% of it goes to the Masters. However, they reported prior to all of this in week 1 of the Open that they had 254,000 people sign up for the Open. So where did the 12,000 people go and their $20? Where did all of that go? It had to go somewhere. And the more that people are diving into this, the more I'm hearing the numbers are fluctuating as to how much it is. Because there's a number when the Open starts, there's a number when the Open finishes. Which number are they supposed to take? None of that is spelled out. But none of them are lower than $254,000. 254,000. So why is this based on 242,000? So Spin is saying the team prize money calculated over 250K. But and yeah, this is the Masters, but the elite individuals also are undercut from the percentages based on the Open numbers as well. So teams got more than they were supposed to. Individuals and Masters got less than they were supposed to. But I don't think they equate out to equal. I'd have to do the math on all that. Joseph says someone had to pay the cops on Barack Obama Drive. Here's the deal. And I think that it's actually more serious than people are letting on. It's more serious because there is an allotment of money that is supposed to be set aside for the prize purse of the CrossFit Games. And at the current moment, it appears that there's missing money. Where did that money go? Where did it disappear to? And there's no explanation with any of this. None. So who's doing what with what money? Kipping says it's the fake submissions to the Open. They still had to pay $20 to get it up, to get in, to even have a fake account. The money's still there. CrossFit collected that money from the Open. Whether those people are real or fake, they got $20 for each one of those names. And 12,000 of those names paid $20, and that money disappeared. Now, is it coincidence that they're now hiring a new CFO? It's something we got to ask, right? But you would think CrossFit knows this community is going to double check everything. And if you're one of the people who won that prize money and it's less than you thought it was going to be, you think those people aren't going to question why it's lower? Yet there's been no answer given to any of the athletes or the community as to why it's lower than they said it would be. That's tater tot money. Grant says, here's the crazy thing. The WFP probably would have made a statement. You're probably right. You are probably right. The one thing that the WFP has been very good about is communication. Except for I've applied for media credentials for Indianapolis and have not heard. I've applied twice, haven't heard. Just saying, trying to go support Carolyn in Indianapolis and can't even get an answer. Other than that, though, I digress. They may change the rule book, but they would have said something. Yeah. They may have retroactively changed drug policies and the rule book, but they did make a statement about it. I tell you what, I spend a weekend at Monster Games, and Jason Ainsley does a hell of a job and works his whole ass off. I have mucho respect for Jason Ainsley. I think making him the president of the WFP was the best move they could have made. I kind of agree with Grant on this. I actually prefer that to silence. Silence is insulting. Masters athletes are not competing for the money, so I'm not sure why we're making such a big deal about this. What am I missing? What you're missing is missing money. The elite individual's prize purse was less than the percentage. The rule book states that who gets how much percentage of the prize purse of ERA. It is based on the number of open participants and the $20 that each and every one of us spend to enter the open. It's not hard math to figure out what the breakdown would be. The breakdown is less because they based it on a number that is 12,000 less than the number that actually signed up for the open. With no explanation, the prize purse dropped. So there is missing money. If this was any other corporation or company, this would be a huge deal. It would be on the 6 o'clock news, which it kind of is because Spin is the 6 o'clock news of CrossFit. And here it is. But everybody got wrapped up in how it was divided up and not that there's missing money. Nobody read the caption. There is missing money is the big deal. Whether it's masters or individual or whoever. The fact of the matter is, here is a company that said that there's this pot of money and that pot got smaller and we don't know why. That's the big deal. Take masters out of it. It is the pot of money that was supposed to be set aside per the rule book for the prize money, and it is less than it was supposed to be. The government loses money all the time, billion here, a few billion there. We're used to it. Well, that's because the government can print its own. Daniel, you're saying the money is nothing to write home about. It's not about the masters. You're missing the point. The elite individuals, we're talking like hundreds of thousands of dollars. And when you're taking away a chunk of that, it's much bigger than the masters. If you're a company and money has come missing from your coffers, you are going to move heaven and earth to find out what the hell happened. I'm sorry, Daniel. I meant Avera. I think we found it. Meg has it. Meg went on vacation. That's how she paid for a trip to the games. So, Ed says, Meg isn't cheap, so that tracks. There you go. I just wanted to pull that up and explain, because the comments are all over the other stuff. And that's not the big story here. The big story is the missing money. Who has it? Where'd it go? And why is there no explanation to it? Jody says, so what was the prize for Carolyn? Carolyn won, according to this chart, $20,640.71. And again, I don't disagree with Avera that masters athletes don't do this for the money. They do it for the love of the game. They have to, because there isn't a lot of money in it. There isn't a lot of perks anymore. And so they're not doing it for the love of the money. And that's not the point. The point is there's missing money. Avera, it is CrossFit's money, but they spell out in their rule book, and you as an athlete going into these games knew that you could have wrote down what your prize money would be if you took whatever place, because it is spelled out who gets how much of that pot. To change that equation in any way without telling anybody until the check is written is wrong. So it's the new back of the napkin math. It sure is. And Spin also brings this point up, which we talked about yesterday a little bit. CrossFit was also supposed to announce the prize purse and payouts before the competition began, which they did not do. And that is also in the rule book, which is a public document stating what is going to happen. So, I'm going to leave on this. Yesterday, we talked about Rich Froning said on his podcast that he would prefer a championship ring as to a medal. And I clipped that, put it on Instagram. What engagement? The engagement that got about, do you want a medal or a ring, got a lot of attention. I was surprised how much attention it got, because I put stuff out and a lot of times it just sits there, but this one got a lot. And a lot of people are saying if it's a team sport, the ring makes sense and it's a championship, because this is more of like an Olympic style thing where 3 people get a medal, that the medal makes more sense. But it was really cool to see the comments. I mean, Bill Grundler wrote like a novel as to why it should be a medal and not a ring. But yeah, there were some very, very interesting takes. And I think that was just a personal preference for Rich, but I can't see him wearing a championship ring either. He talked about that he doesn't really do anything with the medals, and that he's not a big fan of medals. He liked the idea of the ring, but I can't see Rich walking around with 10 championship rings from all of his wins either. So, but it was a fun comment that he made, and it got a lot of feedback. So thank you all for that. Joseph actually said, screw the ring, screw the medal, make me a crown. And I think the Mac, they may have done a crown. They definitely did a sword. The winner of the Mac gets a sword, which is really freaking cool. I think the sword may be cooler than the ring or the medal. I talked to Hannah Black because she won one year and got the sword, and she has it hanging on her wall, like just loves it. It's a conversation piece. She pulls it down occasionally. She kind of looks like Xena, warrior princess. So it fits. Mark Phillips, sword, hammer, mace. I'll take some medieval weaponry too. Yeah. Rich wanted to take the Jordan picture with the rings on. Yeah, but he'd have more than Jordan. Hannah Black would make a good She-Ra with that sword. She would. Xena, She-Ra. Anna Shoop. Rich actually said at one point that his favorite award was a sword. Yeah, because I think the team got a sword too for winning. So they got a sword, but I think they all had to share one. Joseph, you know the CrossFit rules. Teams only count if it's rich. If it's rich, we get to count the teams. If it's anybody else, we don't. Hannah on American Gladiators would go crazy. I was so disappointed with Gladiators this season. I watched the whole thing and then watched the stupid disqualifications to get rid of all the CrossFitters. And I was tainted. Danny by far was the most athletic gladiator and the best gladiator. No question about it. It was really an illustration of that CrossFit is the methodology. Yeah, she was doing less cocaine and steroids. There you go. Last thing is, guys, football's back. Got to watch. I had it on my second TV last night. Got to see real football, real scoring, real touchdowns. Actually, I usually am not entertained by the Hall of Fame game, and it was pretty fun. It was a pretty fun game to watch. So yeah, it's back next week. Full slate of preseason games. Can't wait for that. Meg says, "Go Pack, go." Meg, come on. We've got to figure this out. I am going to Lambeau Field for the Bears-Packers game in October. Cannot wait for that. That is definitely on my bucket list, to see Lambeau 1 and to watch the Bears beat the Packers 2. Carson Beck carving practice squad players was nice. They today on Get Up, they were talking about like maybe he is a legit starter for the Cardinals at the beginning of the season, just to see what they have. He was a 7-year starter in college because of the COVID year and all that stuff. He looked good last night, man. Bears winning isn't going to happen, but that's a nice try. It happened 2 out of 3 times last year, Meg, and in the playoffs, I might add. The biggest problem I'm having with the Bears this year is actually having expectations. Last year, I had no expectations, and they killed it. Great finishes. Caleb Williams being the man. So much fun to watch. Now this year, my expectations are like way up here. And I am fearful that they're not. Everything that's coming out of camp is great stuff. And I totally believe the hype? Do I really get on board? I mean, I'm going to watch every game regardless. But man, my expectations are so high. I hope they don't pull the rug out from under me. And 100% Caleb is a dog. I don't know if you guys saw the video this year. So to simulate a pass rush for the quarterbacks in training camp, they roll Bosa balls at the quarterback to like hit him in the legs and the feet. Caleb jumped over the Bosa ball as part of this one scramble. It was, talk about athletic. Insanity. Meg, Jets are going to take it all. Yeah, I don't think the Jets are ever going to take it all, Ed. Now you know how Lions fans feel. Yeah. When you've sucked for so long and your team is actually good, can you really trust it? Can you really believe in them? That's where I'm at. And the Lions fans have had like 3 really good years now in a row. Last year was a little bit of a disappointment, but still pretty good season for the Lions. That division's going to be ferocious. That scares me so much. I saw Daniel ask when the sports show will be. Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern time will be our Yay Sports Show. Garrett Glinton, Jeremy Williams, myself talking sports. No CrossFit. No CrossFit allowed. It's just going to be sports. Just a kind of way to decompress from the CrossFit talk, get away from it all. Tuesday night, 6 p.m. Has anyone heard Scott dislikes his day job? Oh my gosh. If you haven't, let me tell you a story. No, I'm just kidding. No CrossFit, just real sports. Yeah. 6 p.m. Eastern time, Ed. That is correct. On Tuesday will be our first show. We're going to see how it goes. Doing it for fun. Jody, you can go on to Kalshi right now and bet how many minutes it will take for us to actually bring up CrossFit. Now it's a challenge. Now it's a challenge. Can we go the whole time without talking CrossFit? So with that, I'm going to take off, guys. Monday, Vicky will be back. We'll award the Dumb Dumb Stupid Pants Award on Monday. We have 4 nominees. Vicky has made graphics for the whole thing. We'll do a poll. We'll pick the winner, and then that will be an ongoing weekly award that we give out. With that, guys, hope you have a great weekend. We'll be back Sunday night for all CrossFit. No Tater Tot show. Talking with Carolyn and Jamie. Jamie and her gym did the Impossible Mile yesterday, and I can't wait to hear about that. With that, I hope you guys have a great weekend. We will talk to you soon.
You wouldn't wait to get to the editing room to jazz me up. I'm already jazzy.
Getting jazzy, getting jazzy, getting jazzy. Lunch with the Clydesdale Cowboy in the saddle. Lunch with the Clydesdale Cowboy in the saddle. Talking reps, real life strength in the battle. From the gym to the screen, yeah, we cover it all. Midday motivation every time you press call. Lunch with the Clydesdale Cowboy, bring the heat. CrossFit, movies, music on repeat. Half hour hustle, yeah, we building that brand. Grab a plate, tune in, now you're part of the fam.